Welcome to episode 3 on the same day. I'm just trying to divide up the video so you guys don't have this 1 hour long video that nobody's gonna watch. Everybody got ADD nowadays, so give them a 30-second video, they watch it. 5 minutes, you're lucky. But here we are, part 3 of the Sammy build, the Fearce Trident 7-string. And here's my steps. So we've got the body down to where we want it. Next thing I do is I mark my center of the body, make my measurements. The machine I'm using is a Shopsabre 23. It's basically an industrial guitar builder. Upper in the lower $20,000 range. Depends where you live. The shipping was another $2,000. This is a 1/2-inch end bit or an end mill. It goes into a high-powered spindle. It's not like a DeWalt, router. It's an actual spindle. Goes up to 18,000 in speed. Here's the Shopsabre stuff, and I use VCarve to program the machine. Basically, VCarve is a program that lets me tell the machine what bit I'm using, how deep to go, where to cut. So basically, I'm commanding the machine to cut every cut exactly where I need it to be cut. So I'm gonna line up the blade, the bit on my center mark, and I will start running the program. I got my center marked up, and I'm not sure what you guys want to see, so I'm gonna be rambling. After I find center on the machine, I mark X, Y, and Z. Your XY is your location. Your X is this way. Your Y is this way. And my Z is how far the bit is down. And once I save that position, the machine's gonna make a memory of this. And I also have a feature that has, it's called the tool height. So once I set my X, Y, and my Z, I can come over here and select tool height. And what it's gonna do is it's gonna measure the height of the bit. So when I change out the bits per se, when I put in a smaller bit, I can't guarantee putting it in the collet the same every time. So when I change out the bit, I hit the tool height function. It'll come here, it'll measure it, and it'll subtract the distance to land back on my X, Y, and my Z. So as I hit, right now, as I hit return to 0, it's going to go exactly to where I saved it as. And there it is. So what the machine runs off of is the VCarve. So I go into like my Tiger Love. Here's all the guitar models that I currently have going to the 7-string. And what VCarve does is it gives me G codes, which is the codes on the depths of the bodies and what I'm telling the machine to do. And we're going with a Floyd Rose top for a 7-string guitar, 7-string body. So I click on this, and now I'm starting off with the 1/2-inch end bit, and I select that. And what I told this to do is I wanted to cut all the rough, get majority of the rubbish wood off. I wanted to cut open the neck pocket. The dowels is what centers my piece on the table. Pups is the rubbish pickup routing. It takes out majority of the rubbish in the pickup cavities and the bridge cavity as well. So this is what we're doing right now on the body. Machine done then does next is it puts this is the path that the drill bit's going to be following. And I just press run. Moves my speed to 18,000. I turn on my vacuum and it starts doing the rough cut. Start cutting the radius. Gonna do 3 passes. I'll be punching in as we go.
look at all that glory in the wood designs that are coming out. You see, you really never get to see this unless you cut it. This piece is gonna be glorious. The knowledge that I've gained in the past couple of years on guitar building with a machine is that always have a backup piece. Sometimes the machine isn't nice, or electricity spikes on the house and then it screws up the programming on the machine, and then that beautiful piece of wood becomes rubbish. Yes, I have thrown away so many guitars. Actually, I burned them all. There's no evidence. All my mistakes get burned. Comes over in 1/4-inch steps because it's a 1/2-inch bit. And again, I get the program. All of this is being programmed by V-Cars. I get an STL program from Arthur, which is my CNC design guy up in Japan. He's also a guitar builder, which helps. But I give him my designs. He does everything on the 3-dimensional scale, and then I program it what to do with the machine, and we get a beautiful Trident pieces like this. You can be able to replicate it. Again, I could do it by hand, but it would take too long. So here's my little cowl tail. So after it does the body roughing, it's doing the neck pocket right now. Gonna cut out the pickup extras in the bridge, and then I'm gonna change out the bit. Okay. Now it's gonna cut out the Floyd Rose neck pocket. Material. The bridge is done. Not much to see, but so this 1/2-inch bit program is done running. I'm going to switch out the bits to a 1/4-inch end mill, which is a flat mill. And what that's going to do is it's going to make my, let me clean this up for y'all. Kind of get to see an idea of what's going down. So these are my dowel hole pins, markers that I put in. When I flip the body over, it's going to be aligned to cut the mirror back of it. This is a rough cut of the pickups. Notice they're round. When I put in the 1/4-inch bit, it's going to sharpen up these pickup cavities and make it tighter. Also, the 1/4-inch end bit is going to cut my bridge posts for the tremolo, my volume, and my tone switch. And then we'll go on to the 1/8-inch bit, which will cut the 2 screw holes for the 5-way switch and the switch line. And then we're gonna move to a 1/4-inch ball nose bit, which is going to take out all of these lines and make it smooth and cleans up the whole surface. Then we'll flip her over. So I'm gonna change out the bit. And I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna get the tool height. And it's gonna go measure it for me right now. So your main focus is X, Y, Z in the beginning of the programming. If not, you're lost. You're never gonna find center again. And you might as well just burn this piece up and throw it away in the fire. You know what I mean? So I come back to here again and I return this back to 0. It should be right on my mark. And there it is. And on 0. And I come in here and I select the next program I want it to run, which is my 1/4-inch end drill, pickups, volume tone switch, and a bridge pins. I click on that guy. It's gonna show me where it's gonna focus on. And then I come over here and raise it up. And I put my shield on to suck majority of the rubbish out, you know. And I press run. Here we go. So now it's gonna clean up and tighten up the pickup rod holes that we did. But instead of killing my 1/4-inch bit, I used the 1/2-inch bit to take out majority of the wood that's in there. So my 1/4-inch end bit really only touches up the edges of the line and makes the pickup cavity perfect. Sharpen that up. So the 1/4-inch end mill is done doing its touch-ups, cleanups, and this is what we got. Here's the volume and tone switch that got in there. You noticed it was round, now it's more squared off, it's cleaner. And so now I'm going into a 1/8 end mill, which is gonna do my 2 holes and my line, the switch line. All right, and then the bridge pins got put in. This is a beautiful piece. Wow, this is the 1/8 end mill. This is what it looks like. And it screws into this collet here. Can't do it with one hand, but I can try. But again, making its measurement, a different height of the bit. So when I cut the pieces, it works out perfectly. So there you have it. This is all the roughing process of the machine. Now I'm going to put a 1/4-inch ball nose bit, which means it's a rounded ball nose bit that moves in steps of 1/8 of an inch. And it's gonna take this down about 1/8 of an inch as well to get rid of all of these little ledges. So here's the difference between a ball nose bit and an end mill. End mill is flat and straight, which is this one. And this is the ball nose, and this is gonna be doing my finish pass on the top of this beautiful Trident. This last step of the programming for the top, the finish pass, takes about an hour and 5 minutes. And I'll try and give you guys pieces of it and what it kind of looks like as it's doing its thing. This little dot is showing me what the drill bit is doing. And this is I believe a raster cut. And what it's doing, it's going to start from the center and keep circling around itself until it gets to the outside diameter of the body. As you can see it, the triangle is starting to get bigger. And it's leveling everything to perfection. Drill bit from here. That's good. It's going to rub over the top of the body and all of these lines will be smooth. I will check in after the cleaning process is done, and there's still sanding that needs to be done on these bodies. So we're about 10%, 11 minutes in, and again it starts at the center and it works its way out. I want to show you how fine detailed, how leveled it's getting. You see this area right here? It's leveling the guitar, so every pass it's going to keep smoothing everything out. But again, sanding is required. It is again. As it steps out, it's clearing it up, all one level. So about 39 minutes into the program, so I was talking about how it's up all the steps. And that's why the bit is round. This is the actual bump right here. Look at that streaking. We're about 93% done, 95% done. This is pretty much the end. You see the outline formed of the edge of the guitar. It should stop up there. Should be it right about now. So the top is done. Part 4 will be the back. You guys see, this is a finished, outlined, fully roughed, fully finished Trident 7-string. Amazing markings on this guitar. Nice tightened pickup cavities, cleaned out tremolo cavity. If you guys enjoyed the video, thank you for watching. We're gonna cut it off there on the top. Kind of let you guys see the process, see the machine work, and how it was programmed. I was trying to include machine stuff. If you want, I can do a video of how I program in VCarve to get the machine to do what I needed to do with the bits that I put on it or assigned to it. And I will continue video section part 4, the back, and try and see if I can get one of my sons to hold the camera while I do the flip and the process of that as well. Usually some of the body styles, when I flip it over, I need to put two-sided tape on the flattest face of the body. So when I flip it over and I do the final cutout, the body doesn't move or the wood doesn't twist. If the wood twists, it usually gets binded up in the drill bit and it cuts it up really bad. So we are halfway almost in creating just the body for the Fearce Trident. Later.